Hey everybody, thank you for joining me again in my yoga videos. I am Christina, your yoga instructor for today. Welcome back if you are familiar, and welcome for the first time if you're new. Today's class is going to be a slow flow, nothing super crazy, no arm balances or anything like that. If you are new to the practice, thank you for trying this out and giving yoga a try. I would invite you to take any of the postures that I offer. Nothing that I give is required. It all depends on what you need in your body today. Always listen to your body first and my voice second. And if it hurts, please back out or stop. If you require any modifications, just do whatever your body needs. If you have an injury or a mobility limitation, please make adjustments as necessary for you. Yoga is about the sensation, the stretch, the feeling, not the shape that your body makes. So I welcome you to my yoga class, and I hope that you enjoy. Today we're going to start in a standing position. And we're going to start with our feet under the points of the hips, pressing into the mat and pressing out. If you want to rip your yoga mat in half. The core is tight. The heart is lifted. The shoulders are back and down. The gaze can be soft. The chin is level. This is Tadasana, your strong mountain pose. And we'll take a few breaths here, coming into this space and into this moment. Inhaling deeply, and exhale, sigh it out. And inhale, and exhale. And inhale, taking those arms up, reaching tall. And exhale, coming down to the sides. Inhaling up. And exhale down. Inhaling up. And exhale, take the right arm down, left arm over, reaching long. And inhale up. We're going to exhale to the other side, stretching long from the fingertips all the way down to the outside of the plants of feet. And inhaling up. And exhaling down again. And inhale up. And exhale to the other side. And coming back up. And this time we're going to twist just a little bit. Taking that left arm forward, the right arm back, wrapping around the body. And then letting the shoulders follow and the head, if that feels good to you as you exhale. And inhaling up. And exhale up to the other side. Letting the gaze be the last thing to go. And inhaling up. And twisting again to the right. Feel free to take it a hair deeper if that feels good. And coming up. And one more twist. Off to the left. And coming back to center. Bringing the hands together, palm to palm, interlacing those fingers and pressing the flats of the hands towards the sky. And feel free to take those arms back a little if that feels good. Just going back and forth, front and back. I'm going to take that off to the right as you exhale. And inhaling up and exhale off to the left. And coming back up and exhaling down to center. So we're going to come to the front of the mat if you're not already there. So here you'll see me from the side now, and I hope that you will be able to see the postures better coming from the side rather than the front in this flow. So we will begin the flow in our strong mountain pose, pressing into the mat, lifting the heart, and we're going to inhale all the way up, and exhale forward, hinging at the waist, coming down towards the mat. Feel free to bend those knees if that feels good to you, letting that head hang. Taking that right leg all the way back and dropping that knee down, flattening out the foot. Inhale, arms to the sky. And exhale, settling in. And exhale the hands back down to the mat. You can curl those back toes under if that feels good. And we're going to walk the hands and hips back, pressing that left heel into the mat, toes towards the sky. Tailbone lifted, heart lifted, straightening out that front leg. Core is tight. Left hip back, right hip forward, and half split. You're going to feel this in your hamstrings. You might feel this in your glutes. And round over as you exhale. And we're going to come back up, shift the weight onto that front foot, straightening out that back leg as far as is comfortable, sending this right hip towards the mat, arms up to the sky in devotion pose. You're going to feel this in that right hip, right on the inside. And bringing the hands down to frame that front foot. Curl the back toes under. We're going to send the front foot to meet the back in a high plank if that feels good. If you feel free to be on your knees in more of a tabletop if that feels better. We're just going to stay here for just a second. Find that strength in the core. Feet are hip distance apart, pressing down and out. Wrists, shoulders, elbows are in a line. From here, we're going to lift the hips up and back. Press the chest towards the thighs. Press the heels towards the ground. Into downward facing dog. Feel free to walk out the dog, bending one knee and then the other, enhancing that stretch in one side and then the other. Keep your shoulders in the shoulder socket. Don't let them separate like I'm doing right now. Keep them settled in and lift that tailbone to the sky. We're going to inhale that right leg high and down dog split. Feel free to open up that hip if that feels good for you. And breathe. We're going to take that right leg and bring it about halfway up. Toes are forward. Walk the hands back as you straighten both legs, planting both heels. Toes are forward. Hips square. Flattening out that back. Hands can be at heart center in pyramid. And we're going to inhale, reaching up, baby back bend, and come to a half pyramid. Back is still flat, neck is long, but we're not all the way flat down. And exhale down. Back is long, parallel to the ground if that feels good. Bringing the hands back down. Shifting the weight onto that front foot, lifting that back foot to the sky, or wherever it feels good to you. It may just be pointed towards that back wall. Standing split. and stepping down. Inhale all the way up. And exhale, hands to the heart. Back to the front of the mat. Now we're going to do the other side. Finding that strong mountain pose. Inhaling up. And exhale, forward fold. This time, send that left leg back. Taking that knee down. Flattening out the top of the foot. And inhaling up. Shoulders over hips. Hips are square to the front of the mat. Arms to the sky. And a 90-90 lunge. And bringing the hands back down. Feel free to curl those back toes under. Keeping that right heel in the mat. Toes towards the sky. Shifting the hips back. Ooh, straightening that right leg. Yeah, I'm feeling it. I hope you are too. Hips are square. Heart is lifted. Tailbone to the sky. Half split. Inhale. And exhale, fold forward a little bit, enhancing the stretch. And inhaling back up and shifting to that front foot. Walking your hands forward if that feels good. Sending that left hip towards the mat. That back leg is as straight as it can get. It's okay if you're not flat. And taking the arms up as you inhale, devotion pose, heart to the sky. And exhale, hands back down to the mat, framing that front foot, curling those back toes under. We're going to send that front foot to meet the back. Back into our high plank, wrists, elbows, shoulders in a line. Feet hip width apart, pressing into the mat. Lifting the hips up and back, heels towards the floor, chest towards the thighs, downward facing dog. Let your head dangle. Feel free to shake your head yes, shake your head no. Alternate those feet if that feels good. And take that left leg up as you inhale, down dog split here. Feel free to open that hip and breathe. And we'll take that left leg halfway up the mat, flat, toes pointed forward, walking the hands back. Both legs are straight, both heels are on the ground, both sets of toes pointed forward. Bringing the hands to heart center if that feels good. Back is long, neck is long. Find your balance. Easier said than done. Pyramid. And inhale, coming all the way up. And exhale, folding halfway for pyramid. And flattening out that back, coming parallel to the ground if that feels good. Bringing the hands back down to the mat. Feel free to bend that front leg. Shift the weight onto the front foot and lift that back leg. However high and comfortable for you today. Standing split. And bringing that leg down. Standing forward fold. Inhale the arms up all the way. And exhale, hands to the heart. Coming back to the front of the mat. I'm going to add on a little bit. Step it up just a little bit if you care to. If your body does not want to make it more advanced, does not want to step it up, you don't have to. Stay right where you are. Do what it is your body needs. Inhaling up. And exhale, folding forward, finding the mat. Sending that right leg all the way back. Drop that knee if you care to, like we did before. Or keep it straight. And we're going to come out into our crescent lunge. Back leg is straight. Hips are forward. Arms to the sky. Breathing. Bringing the hands down as you exhale. Dropping that back knee if it is not already there, flattening out the foot or keeping those toes curled, whichever feels better. Walking the hips and hands back, squaring those hips, straightening that front leg, front heel into the mat, toes towards the forehead. Half split, Ardha Hanumanasana. I always feel this one right in the hamstring. Heart is lifted and fold forward. And that enhances that stretch right there. And back up, shifting back forward onto that front foot. Right hip heading towards the mat. In devotion pose. Arms to the sky, heart open. Core is tight. And bringing the hands down. Framing that front foot. Curling the back toes under. Bringing the front foot to meet the back into plank. Core is tight. Arms are stacked. Lifting the hips up and back. Downward facing dog. Pressing down and out with those heels. Inhale that right leg high. And step that right leg halfway forward. Foot is flat, heels are down. Bringing the hands back, straightening that leg. And coming up where the back is flat. Nice and long line from the crown of the head down to the hips. Inhaling up, reaching to the sky. Arching back just a little. Exhale. Halfway fold forward. One deep inhale. And exhale, taking that left arm down, that right arm up in a twisted pyramid. And bringing the hands down to the mat. Feel free to bend that front knee. Shifting forward onto that front foot, taking that back leg up wherever it feels good. Half split, standing split. And bringing that foot down. Standing forward fold. Inhale all the way up. Exhale, hands to the heart. Coming back to the front of the mat. Inhale up. And exhale, forward fold. This time sending that left leg back. Again, feel free to take that knee all the way down. Or, to increase your challenge, you can come straight up, keeping that back leg straight. Crescent lunge. As you inhale, exhale, coming down. Dropping that knee if it's not already there. Feel free to keep those toes curled under or flatten them. Pressing that right heel into the mat, walking the hips and hands back. Tailbone is lifted. Heart is lifted. Hips are squared in the front of the mat, half split. Toes to the sky. And rounding out. And shifting back forward. Coming into devotion pose, pressing that front foot into the mat. That left hip is heading towards the mat. Arms up, heart is lifted and forward. Baby back, bend back. And exhale, framing that front foot. Planting the hands, curl the back toes under, front foot meets the back in plank. Taking a breath here. And lift those hips up and back, chest towards the thighs. Downward facing dog. Your entire hand is planted in the mat. Heels are pressing down and out. Inhale that left leg high. Opening the hip if that feels good. And take that left foot forward, halfway. Straighten out those legs as you walk the hands back and plant the heels. Square off the hips and find that flat back. Long line. pulling the head up, hands to heart center. Coming up, inhaling, reaching back, opening up the heart. And exhale, reaching forward half. Pyramid, not all the way down. One more inhale. And we're going to take that right hand down towards that left ankle and that left arm up in a twisted pyramid. And bringing the hands to the mat, bringing that front foot. Feel free to bend that front knee. Shifting the weight to that front foot and straightening as you lift that back leg up. Standing split. And it's okay if your standing split is right here. That's how high you have today, that's how high you have today. It's also okay if you're way up here or past where I am. That's all you got today. You do you. Bringing that leg down, planting it beside the other leg, the other foot. Inhaling all the way up. And exhale, hands to heart center. We're going to do a little breakout piece. We will come back to this flow. We're going to do a little bit for our shoulders and a little bit with our goddess. So for our goddess pose, we're going to face the long edge of the mat. Bringing the arms out long. You want your wrists over your ankles. So stretch out your legs, or however wide is comfortable for you. From here, we're going to inhale, taking the arms high. And we're going to exhale, bending those knees, bending those hips down, arms out in cactus arms. Make sure your knees are tracking towards the pinky toe edge of your feet, not going in. I want to add a little movement here. Inhaling all the way up. And exhale, forward fold, scooping up an armload of sunflowers. And inhaling up, and exhaling down into goddess. And inhale up, and exhale, forward fold, scooping up those sunflowers. And inhale back up, and exhale into goddess. Inhale up, exhale, folding forward, getting those sunflowers one last time. And inhaling all the way up. And exhale down into goddess. Bringing the hands down to the thighs. We're going to send one shoulder forward, the other shoulder back in a gentle twist. And coming back to center as you inhale. And exhale going to the other side. And coming back up. And inhaling up. Turn those feet so those toes are pointed forward. And exhale, forward fold down. Wide-legged forward fold. Knees are soft, they're not locked out. We're going to press that right hand into the mat and lift that left arm to the sky. Feel free to take that arm back around your low back, letting that elbow go towards the sky. And exhale back to center. And we're going to inhale, taking that left arm up. Feel free to wrap it around if that feels good. And coming back down. And slowly we're going to roll up, bringing the arms up and hands to heart center. And walking our feet in, coming back to our strong mountain pose. We're going to take our hands behind, and we're going to just grab your own hand behind, however you care to. We're going to take those hands, and we're going to bring both hands clasped around to that right hip. From here, I'm going to turn around so you can see what my elbows are doing. You're going to press those elbows towards each other. It's going to open up the front of the chest, the front of the shoulders. It's okay if your elbows don't touch. They don't have to. And just breathe. We spend so much time hunched over a computer, a phone, a smart device, whatever it may be. We don't open our shoulders back. And this helps with that. And we're going to soften those shoulders, taking those hands down and switching over to the other side. And again, we're going to press those elbows towards each other. And this side may feel different because we use one side more than the other, and that is fine. And breathe. And we're going to release. Feel free to shake it out a little. And we're going to do that flow one more time, adding on just a little bit. Feel free, take what you care to, leave the rest. In our strong mountain pose, inhale all the way up. And exhale, fold forward, finding the mat, sending that right leg way back. Drop that knee if you care to, or keep that leg straight. Bringing the shoulders over the hips, arms to the sky in crescent lunge. Taking the hands to heart center, we're going to take that right elbow to outside the left thigh in a twist, twisted crescent. And coming back to center, bringing the hands down, dropping that knee if it's not already there. We're going to walk the hips back, keeping that left heel pressed into the mat, the toes to the sky and half split. Inhale, opening up the heart, lifting. Exhale, rounding out. We're going to inhale back up, sending the weight to that front foot. Straightening out that back leg as much as possible. The right hip heading towards the mat, arms to the sky, up and back, devotion pose. And coming back down, hands framing the front foot, curl that back foot under, bringing the front foot to meet the back hip plank. Lifting the hips up and back, downward facing dog. Take a breath. Say hi to my kitty Luna. We're going to inhale that right leg high. We're going to take that right foot halfway between the front and back of the mat, planting that foot, heel down, bringing the hands back to straighten that front foot. Both heels are down, both legs are straight, hips are square. And find where your back can be flat. Hands to heart center if that feels good. And inhaling, reaching all the way up and a little bit back. And hinging forward just a bit. Bringing that left hand down, that right arm to the sky, twisting in a twisted pyramid. And bringing both hands down to frame that front foot, maybe just a hair in front, shifting the weight to that front foot, taking that back leg back. Standing split. And bringing that left foot down to meet the right. Standing forward fold. Inhale, coming all the way up. Exhale, hands to the heart. Inhale up. And exhale, fold forward. You're going to send that left leg way back. Coming back into that crescent lunge. Find your balance before you come up. Drop that knee if you can too. Taking the arms all the way up. Shoulders over hips. Inhaling. And exhale, hands to heart center. Left elbow to outside right thigh. In a twisted crescent. Coming back to center. Bringing the hands down to frame that front foot, dropping that back knee if it's not already there. Walking the hips back, straightening the front leg. Press the right heel into the mat, toes to the sky. Tailbone lifted, heart is lifted. Half split. Inhale. And exhale, round it out. And inhale, coming back up. shift your weight to that front foot. Send that left hip towards the mat. Arms to the sky. Heart is open, devotion pose. Exhale, hands down. Framing that front foot. Curling the back toes under the front foot to meet the back into plank. Taking the hips up and back. Downward facing dog. Inhale that left leg high. Down dog split. And take that left foot halfway forward onto the mat, straightening both legs, heels and toes pressed into the mat. Back elongated. Feel that pull from the top of the head, hands to heart center. Inhaling up, baby back bend. Exhale halfway forward. Nice deep inhale, take that right arm down, that left arm up in a twisted pyramid. And coming down, framing that front foot, shifting the weight onto that front foot, bending that knee, and lifting that back leg wherever is available to you. We're bringing that foot down, feet are planted, standing forward fold. Inhale, coming all the way up. And exhale, hands to the heart. Now we're going to bring it down some. So we're going down to the mat. And we are going to come all the way down onto our backs, drawing the knees into the chest, giving yourself a little hug. Maybe rock side to side if that feels good. And we're going to send your right leg straight out. And that left knee is going to stay curled in. If you want to increase your strength challenge, you can let that right leg hover with a flexed foot. If you are done with the strength challenge and you want something slightly more calm, you can just let that leg rest against the mat, wherever it is good for you. And we're going to wrap hands around the back of that thigh and just draw that knee in towards the chest while trying to step the foot up towards the sky. Again, that right leg can hover or it can be flat down. If it's more available to you to bend that knee and have that foot on the mat, just go right ahead. Wherever is comfortable for you. This is going to stretch out that hamstring that we've been working a lot. And we're going to release the leg down and switch sides. So that right knee is coming in, wrapping the hand around the back of the thigh, foot is flat, and that left leg can be hovering, it can be all the way down, or it can be bent, wherever it feels good to you. And it's okay if someone comes to join you. My kitty's here to say hi. This is Luna. She's here to offer some instruction for you. And from here, we're going to take this right ankle and we're going to cross it over that left thigh. And you can stay right here. Feel free to press into that right inner thigh if that feels good to you. If you need a little bit more, you can take your hands to wrap around that left thigh, drawing both legs in towards your chest if that feels good. And as you're doing that, you want to take your right elbow maybe on that inner right thigh and press it out in your reclined pigeon. And feel this in that hip flexor, that right hip flexor. And breathe. Always come back to the breath. I wish you guys could hear how badly she is purring while she's cuddled up next to me. It is practice. Give yourself one more little hug here. And we're going to release and switch sides. So your right leg's going to be down. That left ankle is going to cross the right thigh. And again, you can stay here, pressing gently on that inner left thigh, or you can take your hands to wrap around the right thigh. Drawing the legs in towards the chest, flexing those feet. Using your left elbow to press into that inner left thigh. And breathing. And this hip may feel different than the other hip. And that's okay. We use the different sides of our body differently because we're not symmetric. We always favor one side. And it shows in our muscles. And release. Bringing both feet down. Bending those knees. And we're going to come into a little bit of a bridge. If you have a block at home or you have a book, you can use that as a support if you care to. Completely up to you. If not, you can use your hands or you can just hold the bridge for a little bit more strength. And what we're going to do, pressing the feet into the mat, tightening up the core and the glutes, you're going to lift the hips. And you can hold here. You can slide something right underneath that tailbone that would sit right here. Not the bendy part of your back, but right under that rigid tailbone. If you have the space in your back and you wish to use your hands for support, you can just slide your hands under your hips with your elbows on the floor. Right at those hip bones, if that feels good. If not, that's fine. And if you don't want to hold it, you can just come in and out of it. Lifting and releasing. And lifting and releasing. Whatever your body needs today. And when you're done, we're going to meet back down. On our backs, knees bent. We're going to straighten out that left leg. And we're going to take this right knee, lift that foot, and take it across the body towards the opposite side. Keeping this right shoulder down, taking the right knee towards the floor in a twist. Letting the head fall towards the right hand side if that feels good to you. If not, your gaze can go up, that's fine. Whatever feels right for your head and neck. And breathing. And we're going to come back to center and switch sides, letting that right leg come down, that left knee come up. We're going to cross that left leg across, keeping the left shoulder down towards the mat. The gaze can be up or over that left side, wherever it feels good for you. And staying here for a breath or two. And coming back to center. And we're going to stretch long, reaching towards the opposite ends of the room. And we're going to take the hands and feet off to the right corners of the mat, keeping as much of your body in contact with the mat as possible. You can take those right fingers to wrap around the left wrist and stack that left foot, if that feels good, just enhancing that stretch. Keeping both shoulders in contact with the mat. You look like a little banana here. Now we're going to come back through center and go off to the left-hand side. Feel free to stack the right foot on top of the left. Switch your grip on your hand so that your left fingers are wrapping around the right wrist if that feels good. And stretch long here. And breathing. and releasing, coming back to center. And make your way into a comfortable position for you for Shavasana. Normally for Shavasana, we tend to lie on our back, letting our hands and feet fall where they may, keeping the gaze soft or the eyes closed. At home, you may want to grab a blanket, maybe a pillow, maybe something to place underneath your knees to decompress the back. But get comfortable. This is the most important part of the class. This is Shavasana. This is why we move, so that we can come here, so that we can settle. And I invite you to focus on your breath. And I don't want to put any sort of time limit on your Shavasana. So I'm going to close out here and let you take however long you need. And I hope it's a long time. Take however long you need here to be you. And I leave you with this thought. We all walk a path, and we all choose our path. And if you have chosen a path that you enjoy, please continue to walk in. If you have a path, if you are on a path that does not bring you joy, you have an option to take another path that does bring you joy. I invite you to choose that path. I invite you to choose joy where you can. The beauty in me honors the beauty in you. I wish you peace and long life. God bless. Namaste.